Do Polish people like to date foreigners? And it's interesting because I got this question many times. And for some of you Polish men, yes, some of them were Korean. Huh? Huh? I'm sorry. And so I'm going to react to a video if Polish people like to date foreigners. And I do have a question about something this Polish woman said, because she said something about Polish men that I have questions about. And so let's get into this.
Hey everybody, I'm here in Poland, in Krakow. And the question for today's video is, would Polish people rather date someone from their country or a foreigner? And I asked a bunch of people the same question, and here's what they had to say. Would you rather date a Polish man or a foreigner?
100% the foreigner.
I have an American boyfriend, so that speaks a lot, I think.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry that you have an American boyfriend.
I prefer Polish guys, but you never know.
Guys from other countries being maybe more approachable, maybe more open, less boring. Sorry, Polish guys.
What does she mean by that? Because clearly I never dated a Polish man, but what does she mean that Polish men are boring? I don't know. I've seen a lot of memes about Polish men and they don't seem boring to me.
It doesn't matter to me, nationality in the end. It really depends on the person, on their character.
I agree 100% with that. A little side story. I've dated Korean girls and I thought that I was going to marry a Korean woman. I could never find that connection like I did with my wife. What's important to me is, are we connected? Are there common interests? If you would ask me before I got married, would I marry a Polish woman? I would say to you, no. No, I wouldn't. I would probably say I would marry a Korean woman. That didn't happen. And I'm very happy I didn't marry a Korean woman. Nothing against them. Nothing against Korean women. I'm just happy that I have my wife.
What makes Polish guys boring?
I think there's like a lot of people in Poland that are only focused on work. I think especially young people. If they go out to party hard. Like I'd rather like date people who want to be more spontaneous with that, go out more often, which doesn't necessarily mean we have to go out and party hard and party until 8 a.m. But just to do things out of the house, you know? Oh my God, like people are gonna hate me in this country.
Like I totally understand where she's coming from, but at the same time, economics plays a huge part. I think this expectation when you court a woman has gone to sometimes extremes. I'm not saying that about Polish women. I think Polish women are more level-headed and more grounded. But in many other countries, America, you have to spend a lot of money. And unfortunately, a lot of these guys just get burnt out by the experience. And I'll just give really a fast example. There was a video where this man took out his date and his date invited her friends. Her friends and herself made the bill over 300 USD and they expected him to pay for it.
What?
Which is wild. That is insane. And so I understand what she's saying because no one wants to stay at home all the time besides me because I think I have autism.
Why America? Was there a reason or it was just a coincidence?
Well, that was a coincidence. However, I see a lot of differences between him and Polish guys that I used to date. And well, for me, it's better. I've heard before, American guys are very good in treating women. And that's true, actually.
Again, that's her experience. But I would say anyone you date, there's always going to be people within that culture, within that country, they're not going to be great. They're going to be shitty people. Well, I also heard that Polish men are chivalrous, so chivalry isn't dead here in Poland. And that's something to obviously mention because I feel as if a lot of Western countries, America, chivalry is becoming dead.
Oh, that's a bad mud puddle. I wouldn't want you to step in that and get your nice shoes all ruined.
So it's nice when I hear stories about Polish men opening up doors and being respectful, doing what men, in my opinion, should do.
Be a man, do the right thing.
Not what these Tate brothers or other male influencers to tell other young men to be like, because they're horrible representations of what I believe a strong man should be.
It answers itself from Poland. I think I'm open-minded. Like I said before, it doesn't matter. You have to find the right person.
100%. I agree with that. You have to find the right person.
That's the thing.
What about you, and be honest?
Yes.
Here, I think a lot of guys have this thing in their heads that woman needs to serve. They need to cook for them and do things like that, which of course is good. There's nothing wrong with that. But when they have this fixed in their heads, it becomes difficult. You need to be maybe their mom sometimes.
I've actually heard this from other Polish people, not just women, but also Polish men as well too. So let me know in the comments because I don't really know what she's talking about and I would like to have some clarity on this.
I think the word is changing, and here the guys, they are changing a lot, but still it is something because many years it was in every Polish home like that Polish women were at homes.
Foreigners because I'm just used to being in a surrounding of people who are like from very different backgrounds. They are more open.
Veronica, what culture do you like a lot?
Italian.
Oh, yes.
I've heard this a lot from many Polish women that they really love Italian men.
It's me, Mario.
No, it's true. I've actually heard this a lot from Polish women that they really like Italian men and also Spanish men, as you're going to hear from another woman.
I will never forget you. You are the love of my life.
But also, for us Koreans or Asians, Polish women also find us very attractive. And so from a Korean or an Asian male perspective, coming to a country where women find us attractive, besides obviously Korean or other Asian women,
It's kind of nice.
I'm not saying that I'm looking for this type of attention. I'm just saying based upon what other Asian men are saying. So Poland, what type of women or men do you find attractive? Let me know in the comments.
Is there a country that you feel like you resonate the most with?
Well, I lived for a few months up to a year in Spain, and at the beginning I was telling to everyone I'm not into Spanish guys at all, but at some point I started to be into them because I saw their like lifestyle, I saw how they are like happy about like being out and how spontaneous they are. That's what I said. Now I can say I like Spanish guys, but I also used to like Scandinavian guys, so this is something completely different, which means I don't have any type.
I think it depends. It depends about the person. Everyone can be interesting.
Yes, but I still prefer our Polish beauties.
I like how he's like, yes. It's like, yeah, I mean, maybe, but I prefer Polish women. And I totally get it. 100%.
I think it's about the fact how they look. I mean, it's the first thing that we look into. It's how somebody looks, how they smile, how their eyes look.
I think Polish woman is the most beautiful woman in the whole world. Myślę, że kobiety w Polsce są nie do podrobienia tak z takiego poziomu mentalnego.
Maybe a Polish guy because this is easiest to meet each other, so
If there was like foreign guys in Poland and it was very easy to meet them, then would you prefer Polish or foreign?
maybe I will stand with my answer.
I already gave you my answer, and no follow-up questions needed.
Oh, Polish, of course.
Okay, but if he's not listening.
I know it's like more easier to communicate. Like we are more similar to each other. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I agree. You have to communicate. I'm not sure if some of you guys ever watch these shows on the Learning Channel or TLC where they have people like My 90-Day Fiancé, but some of these people, they meet others and they don't even speak the same language, and they have to communicate on their phones, either using like an application with AI or Google Translate.
Pero yo te quiero decir algo, porque si vas a pagar el vestido para mi operación, ¿tú no me quieres dar el dinero?
I want to tell you something. If you were going to pay for the dressing, but for my operation, you don't want to give me the money.
This doesn't make sense.
Which, if we all know, Google Translate is awful. In fact, when YouTube translates my videos, it translates it terrible sometimes. Can you imagine to communicate with somebody that you say that you found a connections with, but you can't even communicate with them? This is crazy to me. I don't know. Maybe some of you have done it. So in the comments, make this make sense because the math isn't mathing.
Who pays on the first date?
Exactly, man.
Handsome man.
So handsome man.
To może tutaj nie ma jak powiedzieć po angielsku, ale właśnie zawsze się mówi, że nieważne gdzie, ważne z kim.
If someone doesn't pay for me the first day, that doesn't mean I'm never gonna see him again. But I know girls who have this thing in their mind, so that can be important for a lot of.
Gentlemen, I will say this. This woman for a lot of men will be perfect. She seems like a down-to-earth type of gal, and this is something for a lot of men we really appreciate. So I don't know who she is, but shoutouts to her.
Of people, for me, not at all. But if someone says, "Oh, I want to pay," like I'm not gonna say no, please don't. No, I'm not gonna run first to pay. Like it's a nice gesture.
No matter how a girl she's interested, she won't tell him until he approaches her. Not even giving a hint or like a small sign, like, "Hey, I'm interested. Come and talk to me. Come approach me." No, he has to do the whole thing.
It's not maybe seeing like very well if the girl is doing that, because it's like we see it maybe like it's kind of like overdoing that. If he's interested, then like why I should start the whole thing.
If a guy asks me out and say, "Oh, where do you want to go? I don't know where we can go," I'm already like, I don't want to go anymore. Like I want a guy to have an idea. Like I don't know, at least try, at least say. If a guy asks me out and directly says, "Oh, I want to take you to this place because I like it," it's already like plus 10 points for me, because I'm like, that's nice. Like you show at least the smallest amount of effort at the beginning, which is important.
So guys, fellas, legends. A lot of times women give us these roadmaps of what they like, and if you're anything like me, it just goes over your head, because sometimes I don't hear things. It's not that I don't listen, but if they say certain things like keywords, one, I think they're interested in you, so if they're telling you certain things that they like to do, take notes. And ladies, let me know, am I wrong in that? Like, if you were telling a guy that you're on a date with, "Hey, there are certain things that I like," you're kind of sharing a kind of personal stuff about you. I don't know, I could be wrong. I am not a dating guru. I'm terrible at dating. But fellas, when you take a woman on a date, don't ask them, "What do you want to do?
What do you need? What do you need? What do you need?"
What do you want to eat? What do you want to see?" It just sounds kind of insecure. Just don't do it. Have a plan. Be confident. Even if you're not confident, fake it. Because if you fake it and you show a certain amount of confidence, once you pull her in and you two become boyfriend and girlfriend, you guys get in a serious, significant relationship, then you can be like, "You know what? I'm not really that confident. I was just faking it because I really like you." And she'd be like, "Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh." What I'm saying is that sometimes you just have to be a little confident, even if that's out of your wheelhouse, just to kind of show her that you're interested.
Roman Catholic, like this, like really religious, does it play a big part in society? Does it affect like Polish people a lot, do you think?
Yeah, I think it still really affects people. Still there is like this religion type of wychowanie, you know, like
belief?
Yeah, belief in family, yeah.
So like,
I think that's very important. I'm not saying that it doesn't work. I know people who are different religions and they have beautiful marriages. I dated a woman who was Pakistani and she was Muslim. But if we were to pursue it further, I would have to convert to Islam. I couldn't do that because I do believe in Jesus. I do believe in Christianity. And for me to lie to her, to a family, to her own faith, it would be very disrespectful. So for me, I think sometimes religion can play a part.
Like getting married and having a family is still very important.
Yeah, of course, exactly.
The girl's folks has to approve. Surroundings, family, relatives, friends, everybody has to approve you, otherwise you don't pass. How do you approve you? Attachments, screenshots, what do you do? Pictures, all that. Okay, passed.
Like it's usually important to like opinion of surroundings, of friends and family, because I think it's this like a way that we see that your closest people want the best for you.
And I think that's what a lot of people do with their friends and their family. They do their own recon, they find their own information and see who this person is, because we don't want crazy. I don't want crazy. Do you want crazy? I've dated crazy before, and no.
Oh my God, don't ever leave me.
Ever.
Good. Because I'd find you.
Have you noticed any kind of discrimination? Because obviously there's not so many black people in Poland.
Beyond the staring. So staring is like, oh, I'm curious, you know, I have a lot of hair. And when I let it down, it's huge. So, you know, black guy, big hair, that's cool. You know, I'm staring because you look weird. But I did have a couple of instances. Get off the train and two kids say, "Hey, look, there's a..." And my wife catches it, and I'm like, I don't think that's what I heard.
They said the N-word to him, just.
And she asked them, "Is that what y'all said?" And like, yeah. And so I go back, it's like, wait, y'all, you shouldn't say that. That's, you know, it's dangerous, it's kind of offensive, blah, blah, blah. But for them, they were just
I agree. It is offensive. And I would highly recommend if you go to America, never say it. Ever. Ever.
Thinking, oh, Tupac, Biggie, all of my favorite rappers use this word.
Warsaw is a big metropolitan. Radom, Sosnowiec is not good
It's very
city.
different.
Yeah,
It's very different.
Very different. Stupid people.
We say closed-minded. Yeah, so
exactly.
it's very difficult if you're foreign. If you're from a different country, it's difficult.
Yeah.
I had a really serious situation a couple weeks ago. We were at the mall. We're coming out. This drunk guy on the bench, and he uses this word. I don't even know what the word was. My wife, she says it's similar. It's like mujilin or something. It's some very offensive word that they use, and he was called.
I was told that that word he just used that started with an M, I heard that it is offensive, and I heard that it isn't offensive. So I don't know. So I'm just gonna stay in my lane, and I'm just I don't know. Don't use it. Don't use it at all. I don't know, because this isn't crystal clear to me, and I need to have things crystal clear to me.
Calling her fatty because, you know, she curvy. I like my lady stick. Nothing wrong with that. Yeah, he was calling me, you know, blackie and fatty. You know, that was probably the most offensive thing that I've come across, but everybody else has been pretty nice. You know, oh, he's so handsome. Oh, he has nice skin. Oh, he has a lovely smile. Yeah. Most of the time, people are complimenting me on.
You're exotic. You're what they see on American movies
I like this guy. He seems like a cool bloke.
and like and music videos, right?
Right.
Hey, everyone.
So these are some of the things about Polish people. They are open to dating foreigners. And as someone who's married to a Polish woman, yes, Polish people are open to dating foreigners. And also, hold on one second.
A few moments later.
This might be a polarizing topic here. But what team are you on? I'm sorry. This is what I rock with. This is what I like to eat.
Ooh.
And I like my cheesecake without raisins. So there's also that. People who are watching it from outside of Poland, they're like, what the hell is this guy talking about? If you know, you know, and that's what makes you a legend. But before you pack and jet off, I do ask if you can please like and subscribe and hype this video, because this will help reach this community to more people. So if you stay to the end, you're a true legend. And so with that said, and without further ado, let's get into this.